Oh, you gotta get in the camera.
Hello.
Hello, Dan. Hello, Nikki. Coming from Winona, it's Carew and his sidekick Colleen. And we are presenting you today with some water skiing jumping video. So it's Sunday. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon on August 12th. And we are, what are we doing today? We're watching the last of the Olympics. Today's the last day of the Olympics. We just got through watching rhythmic gymnastics, which was actually pretty cool. We really enjoyed that. Freestyle wrestling is on right now. I think eventually the men's, I don't know if the men's volleyball is already done, but if you watch yesterday's, but the Brazilian women won unexpectedly, which maybe in some small way for the Brazilians made up for the fact that the Brazilian men's team lost lost the soccer gold. So anyway, as I said, this video is about water skiing and water ski jumping, which I've been wanting to try for a long time, and I think I shot some video last time, a little bit of that ramp. So the event, I mean, we were all out there because it's sort of Lisa's 40th birthday week. That's Lisa and Glenn. Lisa, who Nikki, for you contextually, is the one who got married in the mermaid suit last weekend up at Bayfield, being married by Captain Kyle, who is one of the other ski jumpers today. Actually, the only other ski jumper today, in addition to myself. And so we all went out to Lisa and Glenn's. Glenn has a little house that's on the slough, one of the sloughs off of the Mississippi, through the backwaters. But there's a lot of ski boats and skiing back there, especially during the weekends. And then Lisa has a houseboat, which you'll see a lot of in this video. It's pink and red. It's the Maple Leaf, given that Lisa is a hoser, eh? Anyway, so the first bit of this video is just a little introduction video of Colleen and skiing on the boom, and then Kathy, my next door neighbor, who's doing a little slaloming. Now, funny story, Kathy is dating a man named Nathan, and they were maybe only together for about 3 weeks, and they went out to ski with Glenn. And Kathy's wearing her bikini, and she skis and completely wipes out. And she's coming back into the boat, and only when she got back into the boat did she realize that she had a wardrobe malfunction. Nathan apparently was too polite to say anything. They didn't really know each other that well. And Glenn, he just didn't want to say anything. So after tucking said malfunction back in, they went about their business. So anyway, so Kathy's doing a little slaloming, and here we go. All right, so that's a little warm-up video for you guys. This next bit is Kyle practicing. Now, one thing Glenn said is on this ski jump, in order, if you've never done it before, what you want to do is you want to come off the side of it and try to jump maybe a foot or 2 feet just to get a feel for what it's like. And so Kyle went first, and he's practicing. Now this jump, as you can probably see, is this 6 foot. Well, it's probably about a 6 foot drop off once you come off the top of the jump. But it's red, and when you're coming at it, it looks sort of like a big red wall in front of you. So Kyle started off by doing a little practice. Okay, so that having been accomplished, it was my turn to do a little practice. So I'm watching Kyle and thinking, so he's 32 years old and he's in a hell of a lot better shape than I am. What does that mean? How hard could it be, right? Right? Right. So as it turns out, it was a lot harder than it looked, as you'll see. Okay, so point taken. It's a lot harder than it looks. So, but in my defense, I just want to say, defective skis, choppy water, bad driving, obviously. Glenn was it was terrible driving out there. A bad knee, all kinds of reasons why I couldn't come off the side of the jump and actually land it. Now, did that cause me any concerns as we were going forward? And if I couldn't even land coming off 1 foot off the side of the jump, would I actually be able to land coming off a 6 foot jump at the top? Of course they could. How hard can it be, right? So, anyway, this next bit is actually Kyle jumping. So let's see how he does. Okay, so Kyle jumped. He did great. He landed it all 3 times. Now, one thing Glenn said is when you're ski jumping, what you want to do is you're typically, you've got your arms straight, and you've got your knees bent. You're kind of leaning back, keeping that back straight. But in ski jumping, what you want to do is you almost want to be like your like your snow skiing. You want those knees well over your toes, and so you want to be leaning forward. Glenn says you cannot lean forward enough. He says it's counterintuitive. It looks like if you lean forward, you're going to end up tumbling on the jump, but you don't. So you got to lean forward, and you've got to bring your hands in and hold that rope in close, because then it gives you a little bit more of, hey guys, I'm making a video here, a little more leeway once you land to absorb the slack in the rope. Well, obviously Kyle did this great. Now, Dan, you and I were just talking about the Chinese. I think Kyle was on performance-enhancing drugs. Yeah, never done this before, and then he just lands 3 jumps out of the blue. Totally performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, give me a break. Kyle, don't deny it, because I don't want to hear about it, okay? So anyway, so now it's my turn to ski jump. But as I said, how hard could it be, right? Kyle did it. So here's my first attempt. Okay, so the first attempt didn't go so well. That's fine. That's fine. No panic. No panic. I mean, I'm just getting the feel of the water and getting the feel of Glenn's bad driving, and I'm not on any performance-enhancing drugs unless you consider spicy bratwurst and coffee performance-enhancing, which some of us do. So anyway, here's my second attempt. Okay, all right. So the second attempt didn't go that well either. All right. So I know, lean forward, hands in, and as Glenn says, when you're leaning forward, your arms are in, you want to come off the top of that jump, and you want to just stay locked in. And you essentially are going to drop straight down, you're going to absorb it with your knees, and then you're going to come back up and off you go. I'm trying all that stuff. It's not working. Obviously, Glenn's given really bad directions here. He must have told Kyle something different on the side. So here's my third attempt. Oh my God, that was so close. Did you see? I actually got up, and I don't know what happened. I hit the wake or something, and I fell down again. What I was coming to find out, though, is that when you come off that jump, 2 things happen. First of all, your ski tips drop, and you're going to have to lift them back up. The second thing that happens is that rope develops a lot of slack in it. So I'm just having a really difficult time adjusting for that. I don't know. I think that there was actually some sort of quantum time fluctuation thing going that was creating more issues for me. But anyway, but I was so close on that one, so I wanted to try it one more time. Okay, here's my one more time. Or that was my one more time. So did you watch closely? Did you see the end, how I simulated Superman? It was actually hilarious. So somehow I came down, my ski tips crossed, the tips dove under the water, and then literally the rope jerked me out of my skis, and I went flying across the water right out of my chest. So I wish the GoPro did it more justice because it was way cooler than it looked. But needless to say, yeah. So anyway, so I don't know what to tell you, but it was good times. It was good times. That's all I know. Okay, so that was Carew's big day at skiing and ski jumping. I hope you enjoyed this entertaining video. So, at the end of the day, I was a little sore, a little wiser, and I actually had a lot of fun. I mean, it was great that Glenn took us out. He's a great host that way. Very gracious and giving, so it was a good time. We were out there all told 3 or 4 hours that day. A lot of people were out there, a lot of skiing, wakeboarding, and Unfortunately, Marshall and Gail, Preston didn't get to go, but yeah, they'll go hopefully next time. I did go swimming this morning because I was so stinking sore, just to loosen things up. But it's interesting though. It's because I have been really thinking about Galen a lot in the last couple of weeks, and obviously the way I feel about it is dictated largely by my mood, which is cyclical, like anything. And what I find is when I'm working or otherwise distracted, it's easier to not dwell on it as much. And something like this, where it's sort of works a little my competitive nature in, not competitive in that I want to beat somebody, but just I want to do something that I've not done before. I want to keep trying until I accomplish it. And something that has a little bit of adrenaline and a little bit of risk, I find helps to think about it, helps me to not dwell on Galen quite as much. Which is hard because I think he would have enjoyed doing this. So anyway, it's Sunday. It's almost 3:00 now. I'm going to go do finances, and I'll probably watch the last of the Olympics. And I know you guys haven't been watching a lot of Olympics, if any. We've been really enjoying it, in spite of NBC's coverage, in spite of the commercials. The sport's been fun. All the sport has been fun to watch. So, I guess all I can leave you with is just one last word, and that is, go USA!
For it, and then just take this right off.
Now, does life vest float?
I hope. It depends which one. One of the life jackets sinks.
I have this one. Yeah, you put a couple of those in if you need it. And there's beautiful that are here.
At first I thought it was here. I thought, hopefully you guys did that.
So, when those guys come back,
this is time, but
we'll
it's all.
take Kyle and carew over to jump. There you go. Make sure your skis stay in front of you. Watch them. Here we go. Goes. Hang on, guys.
Alright, so that's a little warm-up video for you guys. This next bit is Kyle practicing. Now, one thing Glenn said is on the ski jump, in order, if you've never done it before, what you want to do is you want to come off the side of it and try to jump maybe a foot or 2 feet just to get a feel for what it's like. And so Kyle went first, and he's practicing. Now, this jump, as you can probably see, is this 6 foot. Well, it's probably about a 6 foot drop off once you come off the top of the jump. But it's red, and when you're coming at it, it looks sort of like a big red wall in front of you. So Kyle started off by doing a little practice.